ChatGPT-5 is here and everybody and their grandma is talking about it. But don't worry, because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's a game changer. Instead, in this video, I attempt to build an entire mobile app with it, and I take you along for the ride so you can see my honest thoughts and the end result. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right, guys, so how exactly am I gonna be building an app with the new GPT-5? So we're gonna be using a platform that allows us to build mobile apps from scratch using AI, and they just integrated GPT-5 before I even have access to it on my own actual ChatGPT account. Let's go ahead and do this now. Rork basically made this post saying GPT-5 is now available in Rork, and it's incredible. 190% better than Claude 4 on Rork's mobile app benchmark, better at reasoning and logic, and makes very beautiful user interfaces. So let's go ahead and try this out now. Right here is Rork. This is a user interface. We're basically prompted with this. We have our different AI models here. We have Sonnet 4, which is, the model from Anthropic, with Claude, which is the best model from Anthropic. We have Claude 3.7, which is great at design, but do things you didn't ask for. And then we have GPT-5, which basically says it's the best model from OpenAI. We're gonna go ahead and move forward with this. And next up, we need to actually write in our prompt that we're gonna give Rork in order for it to begin building our user interface for our app. All right, right here is my prompt. I said, act as my personal life architect. I want you to design my ideal day, habits, goals, and routines based on the lifestyle I want 6 months from now. Ask me thoughtful questions to uncover what I value most, then help me design a custom daily plan, habit tracker, and motivational voice that I can interact with each morning. Make it feel inspiring, intuitive, and deeply personal, like I'm co-creating my future with you. Basically, we're building an app that vibe codes our life. We're picking a goal that we want to have, and then it's going to reverse engineer, help us build different habits around that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to send this off to Rork, and it's now going to begin spinning up a user interface using GPT-5. All right, so after maybe about 10 to 15 minutes, Rork actually gave an output, and this is what we actually see. You could see I am on my phone now looking at the user interface of our app. I wonder if it took a while because it was using GPT-5 and was really thinking through how we could actually tackle this. And, maybe there's more functionality than usual, but usually something like this, using something like Claude 4 or, even GPT 4.0 would not take nearly as long. So I'm interested to see how this app functions. You can see we have at the top, it says, good afternoon, Sarah. How are you feeling today? And let me just say anxious, because this ChatGPT 5 release is making me feel anxious. If I click on happy, it will actually recommend different things for me. So morning meditation, if I'm feeling anxious. There is a stress relief section here, which you could see there is this, ability for me to click on this timer, and it's telling me to follow my breath. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty solid. Nothing too insane here. There's, different routines here that we could actually follow. Morning routine, we have a sleep routine, we have anxiety, we have focus. So if we click on this, looks like that's a work block or something for 12 minutes. So this all looks pretty solid, and it looks like we even have a progress tab as well as our profile. Seems like there's actually a lot of, different features here. Let's go ahead and make some quick changes to our app. However, I am impressed with what this first initial output was. All right, so our app looks good, but it does seem a little bit like AI generated. So I'm going to try to get a little bit creative here. So I went ahead, I researched UI for mobile apps just to get a bit of inspiration. So I'm going to simply take a picture or a screenshot of this. I'm going to upload it to Rork. And then I'm also going to make a couple of changes. I'm coming over to ChatGPT to help me actually create this prompt, because it's going to be a bit more complex of a prompt, and I want to see if GPT-5 can handle this inside of Rork. So basically, I said, you are a prompt engineer for helping me build apps with AI vibe coding tools. This looks great and things seem to be functioning properly. Now I want you to add these features. Look at the image I gave you. This is the style of app I'm going for as far as the UI. I love how this looks with the transparent components. Recreate our app in this style. When I start a session for each of these activities, I want you to play music that fits the theme. If it is deep sleep, I want sleep music. If it is meditation, then play more meditation type of music. That's a prompt I want to give to ChatGPT. So let's have this optimized. All right, so I'm going to send this off over to Rork, let it do its thing, and it's probably going to take a bit of time since GPT-5 has been taking quite a while to actually give us an output. However, that is good because it's, going through and really analyzing the best way to do this and, putting a lot of work in on the back end and writing a bunch of code for us. All right, so here's what Rork actually gave us. You could see the user interface now. It looks a little bit more like that kind of inspiration information that I actually went ahead and gave it. So it's more of that like glass user interface, which I think just looks a little bit more clean. You can see the Explore page also shows the exact same things. If I go ahead and click on this, you can see it now pulls up the deep sleep tab with the timer, just like as before, but it actually does have these same glass user interface components here. So this is looking pretty solid. Let's go ahead and check out some of the other ones. We got gratitude practice. We have morning meditation with this purple gradient. We could click on this and it actually begins the countdown. So our app is looking good. Let's go ahead, let's make some more changes here and kind of go from there. All right, so real quick, let me walk through the changes that I actually went ahead and prompted Rork to actually implement. So basically said, please implement the following updates across the entire app. Explore screen card layout. So on the Explore page, you could see there are these little user interface components here that, aren't formatted properly. These are supposed to be little buttons here, but we can't really see them too much. So that is the first thing that we're going to make a change. And notice that I'm giving it a pretty comprehensive prompt. And I want to see if GPT-5 is able to actually take that and understand and implement all these changes in one shot, because, apparently if GPT-5 is better, it should be able to handle, bigger, more complex tasks like this. So that'll be interesting to see if it's able to handle. Next, I said first time onboarding. So when a user opens the app for the first time, present a full screen model or modal that asks them to type in their personal goals. Example, what would you like to achieve? And then it will store these goals in the local state and then secure storage and use them to personalize all the future recommendations. And then number 3, holistic lifestyle content, expand session types beyond meditation to cover full lifestyle transformations. So not just these meditation style practices here. I want to actually add some other things. And then I also said use the same glass UI style. So let's see if GPT-5 is able to understand those instructions. So I'm going to send that off to Rork, let it do its thing. I actually took a screenshot of that UI right here that I was trying to change with the different cards, as you could see right here in my prompt. So let's go ahead and let it do its thing and we'll come back to this. All right, so real quickly, one thing that's really cool about Rork is we could literally just pull up our phone, click on this QR code here, and it will actually open up Expo Go, which is an app that we need to download. And then we could actually see live on our phone our application in use as an actual app, not like a web app like some of these other platforms. Here we go. I have this user interface. This actually looks really good. What would you like to achieve? Your goals, personalized session for focus, sleep, movement, nutrition, and mindfulness. Let me just go ahead and type in my goals here and tailor this experience to what I'm trying to get out of it. All right, so my simple prompt is I want to improve my anxiety as well as really be mentally disciplined when it comes to getting my work done, which I think everybody wants to do. But let's see if this app actually allows us to do that. So I'm going to click on continue. And next up, we have a recommended for you, page here based on that prompt. I think this probably should be tailored to, the goal that I wrote in there. So it looks like we have stress relief, we have breathing exercise, we have body scan, we have morning meditation, focus and productivity. So we have all of our different apps here. I think our app looks really solid. Let me just build in a bit more functionality to this. I'm going to craft a pretty detailed prompt to give to Rork to make a bit of changes to make our app, a bit more functional, because it looks good now, but it's not something that I would actually use right this second. All right, so now I actually went ahead and gave Rork my prompt. So here's what I said. Looks great. However, now let's add some more features. Based on the user's goal for using the app, create a quote that can keep them inspired, that is kept at the top of the app for them to always see. So for example, right here, if we could just have a nice little quote based on our goal that's tailored to the user, that would be a nice little addition to our app. And then I also said, then add the ability for them to speak with an AI coach called Amy, who is there to help them actually achieve their goals. Let's set up the AI with the OpenAI API. So essentially, I'm going to have to add my OpenAI API key if this works properly in order for us to have a chat assistant for us to actually speak with in order to help us reach our goals. I added one more thing to the prompt. I said, then create a nice user interface for us to speak with the AI coach. This AI coach will have context on all of our sessions that the user has had so they can know if they're getting closer to their goals. So if somebody comes in here and they complete 10 different morning meditations in a row, the AI should have context on that. So I'm curious if it'll be able to actually understand that. Let's send that off. All right, so it looks like it actually is working now. Let me go ahead and restart this process of typing in my goals. Let's just say that I want to sleep better and wake up refreshed. Let's go ahead, click on continue. And now you could see that we actually have this personalized message up here. It thinks my name is Sarah. Maybe I need to add functionality for it to capture my name to personalize this. But Sarah, your nights define your days. Breathe, slow down, and drift toward deeper sleep. So that's great. And then if you see, we also have this chat bubble down here, which is Amy, our coach. I could actually go ahead and write a message to her and say, hey, how are you? But one thing, this thing will not be connected to AI yet. So we actually need to go to the OpenAI API and set this up. As you can see, it sent this message, but it still won't be personalized. Let me go ahead, figure out exactly what I need to do to add my OpenAI API key, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So it's saying that I need to actually click backend up here. So if I come up and click on integrations, I could go ahead and enable our backend, which this is how we actually build a fully functioning app using Rork. So this is where we'll actually store data, store our secrets, such as like our OpenAI API key, all those different things, as well as like user information. So that way we could personalize the app to each of these particular users. Looks like it's going to set that up. Let's go ahead and let this do its thing. All right, guys. So now we have some changes to our app. I also said I want us to be able to personalize a name. So you could see at the top of our screen now, we now have this thing that says your name. We're going to input our name, and I'm going to say Brock. And then again, we're going to say what our goals are. Let's go ahead and use one of these pre-built prompts. Let's say move daily and boost energy. So I'm going to click continue. Our app's looking pretty solid so far. And now we have our, very simple app here. Next up, what we could actually do is we could come to this coach tab, and you can see it says, hi friend, I'm Amy, your coach. What would you like to focus on today? And I'm going to say, help me achieve my goals. So I'm going to send that off to our coach here, and looks like it's actually trying to come up with a response because it's using AI now. And then absolutely, let's get you moving daily and boost your energy. Here's a simple plan. They went ahead, actually gave us a plan here. So now we have an AI interactive coach. The formatting doesn't look exactly how we want it to. I will change this up and kind of give my take on how we actually want to interact with the AI, like whether we want short responses, deep, like comprehensive responses. So I'm going to go ahead and make that change now, as well as some other changes to our app. All right, so we made a couple of changes here. I'm going to go ahead. I just opened up my project, and I'm going to go through our prompt here. So let's go ahead. Let's just say reduce anxiety and feel calmer. Click on continue. Next step, if I go over to the coach settings, or if I go over to the coach part of the app, as well as you could see that the bottom right here, we implemented this menu that is, this glass theme. I think our theme looks pretty solid. This looks like a pretty good, app that we've built using AI. We've been using GPT-5 for this. I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. Now, inside of our coach, we have this new thing called a weekly plan. So it will come up with a weekly plan for us based on the conversation we're having with our AI coach, which is named Amy. So let's just say, I want to focus on being grounded today. Let's give it that, and we will get a response. So that sounds like a wonderful plan. How about taking a few moments to notice your breathing or feel your feet on the ground? Little things that can really help you feel more anchored. That's great. And it actually, has these prompts up here. We have motivate me, we have sleep tips, we have plan my week. Let me actually go ahead and click on this thing right here that says weekly plan. So I'm going to click on this, just click on generate, and it's going to begin spinning up a weekly plan for us. I think based on the conversation that we're having with this, as well as the prompt that we originally gave, our app. Now we have deep breathing for 10 minutes on Monday. We have body scan on Tuesday. Little things like this. That's pretty interesting. I could even regenerate this, so it creates me a new plan. Guys, this is an app that we've built in basically like 20-30 minutes using Rork as well as GPT-5. So let me give you my thoughts right now. So to give you my quick thoughts on GPT-5 and its ability to actually code, I will say the output was pretty solid, but I don't think it's anything that mind-blowing. I think that GPT-5 is maybe marginally better than some of these other platforms like Claude or the other GPT-5 models, or even Gemini, but I'm still not seeing something that's like mind-blowing. I think there were high hopes for GPT-5. I know a lot of people are saying that they're not enjoying it. I didn't have that experience. I didn't have the experience that this was like horrible. I had a great experience. I honestly think Rork makes the process a bit easier. Being a non-technical person, being able to vibe code with GPT-5. I haven't tried vibe coding with GPT-5 and something like Cursor, but I do think Rork makes it very easy to do that if you're a non-technical person. I think right now you can begin building prototypes of your apps using something like GPT-5 and Rork. I don't know if you could build a full stack application with it. Who knows? I think that time's probably coming soon, but yeah, that's my thoughts on GPT-5. Overall, I think it wasn't bad. It wasn't anything too exciting. So hope you got some value from this honest review in this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I cover all things AI for non-techies, showing you how to use AI in your everyday life to become more productive and stay ahead of the curve. Thank you guys for staying to the end of this video. I'll make sure to see you guys in the next one.